Just doing a quick little video talking about hope, and when you start to lose hope, and I'm sure anybody watching this that has an IBD, a lot of the times when you're going through healing phases, you start to lose hope that you're actually going to get better. And a lot of times when you get ahead and something happens and you feel crappy, you know what, I remember exactly what that felt like when I thought it was never ending to get better. Just wishing that things would change and hoping for a change, But what I can tell the people that are searching, whatever they're doing, whether you're trying a natural protocol or you're searching for something, just keep going at it, you know what I mean? Like sometimes times can be really rough and stressful and hard, you know what I mean? No matter what it is in your life that's going on and how embarrassing it is to people and relationships, you name it. But it's really important to just keep hope, you know what I mean? Keep sight of what you're trying to do is to become med-free and live awesome, Yesterday, I don't do a lot of videos as much as I used to, but I'm going to try to increase more. But yesterday I was looking at a video. A guy named Kevin from Massachusetts posted a video about him. He was in the hospital and he was pretty much saying thanks to the people that were putting him in his prayers and stuff like that, and how he missed his godchild's baptism. And I was watching him and I could just see how hard that was for him. And this is coming from a guy that the few times that I have spoken with him, he was always so positive, so happy, you know what I mean, with optimism. So he's definitely going through some type of hard point in his life right now, or, experiencing something. But it's funny to watch troopers, like people that still see positiveness, even when there's rough things going on in their life, Like I remember when I first got diagnosed with severe Crohn's colitis before I overcame it. I went through this period when I just bought a house, so I had a mortgage. I decided to start a business that same year, so I quit a secure job, decided to start a business, and I got diagnosed with severe Crohn's colitis. It was funny how when I thought things were going well for me in life, and I was trying to take these risks, that the walls all just sort of came down, but I could have given up. I could have said, no, screw that, or fuck that, whatever you want to say, and I could have just given up, but I didn't do that. And I sort of dealt with the cards that were put in front of me, and, I tried to use it to my advantage and did what I needed to do to overcome it. I'm sitting here right now, med-free, because of decisions that I make. I don't listen to people when they say, no, there's no cure, there's no this. You know what? I'm a believer, you know what I mean? Sometimes you have to look through things to believe, because everybody in the world is going to tell you what's not possible, you know what I mean? Just to give you an example, like you have to think big. And back to my example, my ADD is kicking in right now, Look at it. There was a very wealthy guy, one of the wealthiest guys in the world, that actually said that the internet wasn't going to succeed. This guy said, you know what, it's just going to be short-lived. And the name of that guy is Bill Gates. So when you see great minds like even Bill Gates, one of the richest men in the world that started something like Microsoft, had looked at something and said it wasn't going to last via the internet, which is one of the most explosive things that we've ever seen in the last 20 years, or in our lifetime for that matter, people aren't right. When you're listening to somebody that says there's no cure, you can't overcome something, don't believe everything you're told, you know what I mean? You have to think big. It's not about being smarter or better than anybody else. It's about really thinking big and seeing past all that shit, believing you really can overcome this disease. And this video is really, it's sort of random. I'm sitting here right now. I called in sick from work. Yeah, I'm so sick, obviously. Look at this. Sick. I'm sitting by some nice little lake thing here, looking at the birds relaxing. But whatever, I just wanted to enjoy life. But I do remember what it felt like to think that things were not going to go my way or they were impossible. But I want to reassure you guys that are going through hard times, you have to see past that. You have to think about what it's going to be like or what you're going to do when you become med-free and you get better. Because if you think pessimistic thoughts, or you let people that are talking pessimistic or talking a bunch of BS about you never doing this or listening to your doctors or whatever it might be, you got to make your own mind up and decide what you believe, you know what I mean? But I'm telling you, I've spoke with so many med-free people. They're just living great lives, you know what I mean? And if they would have listened to all that pessimistic BS and people telling them what they were capable or not capable of, they wouldn't be there as well. Speak with any med-free person and you'll see they have a lot of the same characteristics about perseverance and, really trying to approach things and problem solving. And when things don't work out, you look and say, hey, what do I need to change? You know what I mean? But I don't want to keep this too much on a down low. I'm just straight up telling you guys that are sitting there thinking, you know, screw this shit, I'm getting tired of it, I just want to get an operation and do whatever. Nothing's going to fix it. You know what, the only way to overcome almost any IBD is really, you know what, change a lifestyle. Making a decision to, you know, open your eyes to new things and make different decisions. I know things seem hard in the beginning, but when you do, it's definitely worth it, you know. Thinking about 4 or 5 years ago, I was sitting in the hospital bed talking about getting an operation, having multiple fistulas and all that. Now I'm sitting here feeling awesome. Looking at the birds, relaxing, getting ready to go to the beach, you know. It's not far-fetched, guys. You can do it too. So I know this has probably been a long, random video. Sometimes you gotta be a little random. Peace.